All right, let's get this thing started. Yeah, anytime. Great Dark Templar user took Bisu's build and ran with it. Yeah, I was just looking up his stats. It's crazy. It's crazy how long Anytime sort of stayed at the top of his game, huh? Just kind of one of those perennial performers. Amazing. First game, Tau Cross, Protoss vs Zerg. This is really just about me enjoying myself, because I don't really have any insightful commentary. I'm also trying out tea today, see if that hot, warm liquid does wonders. GGPlay. I actually remember GGPlay. He had some great finals against Terran players, and Iris and Fantasy. That was when I was watching. GGPlay was like the Zerg. Well, I guess, when did Jadong really come into being? Okay, game one. Tau Cross, classic Icy Cup map. Really straightforward. Natural, open, and it's all on the flat ground, so it's a little... You don't have that ramp, but I guess if Protoss are taking a quick natural, it's not. Yeah, I wonder what Protoss were doing back here, because this is pre-Bisu's revolution, right? Was that 2007 or was that like the end of 2006? I'm not sure when Bisu conquered. When was that Save Your Bisu match? 2007, yes, that's a year away. Okay, good. I was a little worried, Andrew. Whoa, the chat's popping up! It's popping up on the video. It might actually be working. It's kind of popping up in a weird spot, though. That's okay. So we see that scout going out, gonna see this overlord and know where GGPlay is. Did he in-base pylon? I didn't get a good look here. You know, the first pylon's gonna tell us a lot. And this looks like an overpool, right? The overlord's already out, pool's down. So just playing super safe. Yeah, pylon at the natural. So is he gonna throw down a forge here or a gateway? The forge, okay. Going for a forge expand. So I know Bisu was the one that really revolutionized the Corsair. So maybe players are still fast expanding here and just playing big gateway styles or maybe shuttle stuff. I'm not sure. What did PVZ look like before Bisu? Dropping down another hatchery. It looks like Anytime blocked the natural with a pylon. How annoying is that, right? 4 Zerglings coming out. Okay, Forge is done, so he is going to get the Nexus before any cannons. GGPlay. Oh, they're both stoic. Focused. Ready for this game to get going. 4 Zerglings do pop and going to be able to knock down that pylon. Oh, 6 Sixlings actually, so just adding the additional 2. Knock down that pylon, likely going to get his 3rd hatchery. 1 cannon into gateway. And there's the 3 hatch. So from what I remember, Savior was playing like 5 hatch styles. That would have been about a year after this tournament. So I'm curious what Zergs are doing. It's really seeming pretty normal so far, right? Like maybe you'd want that 3rd hatch at another base, but... So how many lings has he made so far? Is that 8? Quite a few. Chasing around that pesky little probe and dropping the assimilator here. Not dropping the second assimilator yet. I wonder what the standard timing of that is. I guess standard as in nowadays. I mean, nowadays people are preferring heavy zealot styles, right? But even Bisu did a lot of that after he got the Dark Templars, running around with those mobile units. It does seem kind of like an unnecessary amount of lings. So is this gonna turn into something wildly aggressive, or why would you? I guess maybe because the zealot can move out across the map and apply some pressure. You want to get a good dose of lings to prevent any kind of zealot shenanigans. There's a probe with some minerals, just chilling, looking around, maybe checking to see if GGPlay wants kind of like 4th, 5th hatch. I guess you would imagine that the Mutalisks are really good before kind of the revolution, right? Is that kind of the way Zerg players approach the map? Are they going to be rushing up to Lair? But no, there goes a Stargate, so this seems very modern, right? Curious about that second assimilator. Just a couple lings blocking the choke, and that probe juking and jiving, man. Juking. Did he get it? I don't know. Yeah, so just going straight up to a Spire. How interesting is this, right? Oh, an Archon push. That's cool. I like that. Because this looks like getting the Citadel of Adun. This looks totally normal. From the post-Bisu era. So I'm... Yeah. I guess is the Dark Templar really the innovation? Zealot leg speeds. The speed is really important, right? To pressure all those hatcheries across the map. And he must be making Corsairs here. Ling's just kind of offering a small contain, but that does look like a good number of Zealots, right? 4 Zealots already. Looks like he's getting +1 weapons. That's really important. Does want to get out there with the Zealots. Oh, and a far hatch. In the natural. Reminding me of Larva. Taking a natural so that he can secure the main later. Creep Tumor getting turned into a sunken colony, and there it is. The Spire's out, right? We're going to see some Scourge popping out here, chasing around that Corsair. So Corsairs were a lot earlier in PvZ. That's super interesting. I kind of assumed, as a naive Terran player, that Corsairs were part of the Bisu innovation, but it's not the case, right? Corsairs are just necessary. And Bisu coming, or not Bisu, anytime coming in and getting that Overlord. So one going down so far. But a good healthy flock of Mutas and some Scourge gonna look to get something from these Corsairs, and he is getting one here. Couple hits off, but the Corsair falling back. And this probe line, just totally vulnerable, does get the Corsair. Awesome. Awesome from GGPlay, and killing, what, 4? More. He's getting more. 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no photon cannon in the mineral line here. So just being annoying. I love it from GGPlay. Zealots are coming out though. 4 Zealots. Yeah, taking the natural and the main. So going up to 4 bases. So that's what, hatchery 4 and 5? Makes a lot of sense, right? Slightly different placement of those hatcheries, but all seems... And a second Stargate. Now, why would you go this route? Does he feel that there's just too much? He's committing too heavily to Mutalisks? Is that what it is? Yeah, likely, right? Seeing that many Mutalisks needs to really bolster the Corsair count, and then just being active with Zealots out on the map. Super cool. Creep colony coming down, protect the natural. Mutalisks just grouping up here, and the Corsairs poking out. Taking a look, seeing what can happen. Zealot is going to get there before the colony's finished, but going to get a little damage on there before it finishes. Actually, quite a bit of damage, right? Because it does lose 100 health when it turns into the Sunken Colony. So is he going to get it here? Oh, wow. So yeah, having to start a second one immediately. Yeah, I didn't notice they took that lair at his second hatchery, so super fast lair. And then going ahead, the Queen's Nest starting up to Hive Tech here. Very cool. Very, very cool. Couple lings, Maynarding some drones over there. And now starting to get, what's 5? 5 Corsairs? That's a good number, right? That's gonna eradicate. No, we're not playing Darren here. Eradicate some Mutalisks quite quickly. 7. Oh man. Do they have +1 weapons? They do. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Scourge coming in. Oh no, those Corsairs. Yeah. Mincemeat for the Scourge. Oh, but how did that go, really? That was kind of hard. I think he did take quite a bit of damage on those Mutalisks, right? And he lost half the Corsairs? A little more than half. And now the Zealot's running in, finishing up that Sunken Colony. You're going to get the second one. And this base is defenseless. He's going to really rely on those Mutalisks, the speed to get over there. They are rushing. You can see them across the minimap, but anytime. Starting to get some good harassment here. Right on. And the Mutalisks don't have any upgrades. Okay, just relying on the Scourge to win the battles. Not really a brute force style here. Oh my goodness, look at that hatchery. It's at like a quarter health. And now the Corsairs need to be a little careful here. Sticking as a group, going to be a lot stronger. Mutalisk taking a swing, but the Scourge coming in. Boom! Oh, but all the Mutalisks. Wow. 3 Corsairs remaining, and now the Zealots are running in. Oh my goodness, GGPlay. Looking like he's in trouble, right? Some more Zealots coming in. The Corsairs cleaning up the airs. Creep. What is... Spore Colony. Spore Colony is finished. But the Zealots, yeah, they're going to get this hatchery. Oh man. Starting his third, too. So this pressure is really allowing him to expand behind. Hydralisk Den done. Starting to make Hydralisk with Hive Tech. So what's the rationale behind that? Is the Hive Tech just to continue the ground upgrades? I wonder if we can see some upgrades on these Hydralisks if they're click on one. Quite a few Sunken Colonies getting morphed. And yeah, gonna finish. So gonna be able to defend this base. I don't think he lost very many drones at that base, but he did lose some at the natural, right? And we really don't see that many drones here anyways. I mean, the gas is probably the most important part. Continuing that gas. And now we're seeing the Hydralisk. Okay. Still just 1-0 with the upgrades. Forge isn't spinning. But oh my goodness, the Overlords. Yeah. So ruling the skies right now, anytime. Getting all of the Overlords. That's brutal. Gonna totally supply cap GGPlay. And he's gonna really have to make something happen with this reasonable army, right? I guess Cracklings at this point with Hive Tech, that makes a lot of sense. Getting on top of these cannons immediately. Oh yeah, those are Cracklings. Those cannons disappear instantly. Zealots running in, but no cannon support, and all he's got is Zealots. Okay, they don't look too bad. The Lings are just 1-1. 1 Carapace, nothing for ranged weapons here. Hydralisks for Zealots. Yeah. It looks like the Zealots are going to win that battle. Yeah, the arms race for the upgrades. Super interesting, right? Zerg needs to stay equal with the Protoss, otherwise the Zealots are starting to kill the Lings. In 4 swipes, is it? I guess two sets of attacks. Yeah, Hydralisk running back. I wonder how he's protecting these Overlords, because the Corsairs are now just killing every Overlord on the field. That's a pain, right? Okay, we do see some army sort of coming together at the middle and now adding some Dark Templars. So, Andrew, we're going to see some Dark Templars coming here. Right on. Yeah, with the Corsair fleet kind of ruling the skies, you can do whatever you want with the Dark Templars. You can't get overlords over there, right? Pretty good, reasonable army. Can he sort of pincer? Oh yeah, look at all those links. 20 links, but oh, the Dark Templar, there it is, just chopping those Hydralisks. Oh yeah, Hydralisks. So anytime it, you know, does lose quite a few probes, right? Those lings are just slaughtering the probes. Oh my goodness. That had to have been 10, 15 probes gone immediately. Right on. Awesome stuff. Okay, so who's ahead here, right? It's got to be Protoss. They both have 3 bases. Sure, the Protoss took some harassment, but Zerg did lose their 4th. Oh, some Scourge going to connect with those Corsairs. Okay, okay. Starting to whittle away at that fleet. But he hasn't retaken his 4th, so is he kind of just going all in here? I would imagine there's the 4th getting retaken, but Dark Templar killing the Sunk Colony, now going to work on the Spore Colony. Lynx running up, but no detection, right? So yeah, not. Okay, we're starting to see the Archons, the High Templars. Right on. +2 weapons is likely spinning in that forge as well. So I would think as any time he's feeling good, right? I would imagine the sort of most delicate part of the game is over and he's really feeling comfortable here. Archons, High Templars, Zealots. Yeah, +2 Carapace is done, so that's going to be another important timing for the Zerg. Okay, running in there, going to snag a High Templar. Awesome. High Templar is definitely worth a handful of lings. Like 3 lings is, or 6 lings is basically nothing, right? Oh, this is so annoying. Oh man, I do not envy Zerg players. So you're fighting a battle in the skies to prevent stuff like this happening. Oh, there we go. Is that only 3 Corsairs left? So is this really the battle that's been going on? Is just the Corsair count really matters? Now 2 Dark Templars just cutting that hatch rate down in no trouble at all. Lurkers. Okay, so yeah, this seems like super late Lurkers. I kind of... The Protoss vs Zerg I am sort of familiar with is more of like a Lurker contain kind of style where you're rushing up maybe Lurkers earlier than going before you go to Hive. So kind of interesting style, rushing up to Hive and then going back to the Lair Tech units and getting Lurker. So is he going to use these Lurkers to take the 4th? Hey, what's this? What's going on here? So now that he's cleaned up a good chunk of the Corsairs, going for a drop in the main. Oh boy. So is this full of Lurkers and Hydralisks? And I think anytime's realizing it. Oh, is there nothing in there? Oh man. Oh. Oh, is that like a late development, huh? The SimCity Lurker situation? Okay. Okay. Super cool. Oh, nice. Ling's getting in there, getting a High Templar. So GGPlay, like, really on top of sort of the small stuff. He's gonna get another one? Are you kidding me? 2 High Templar for a control group of Lings? Like, okay, so High Templar was at 150 gas? How much are Templar, Andrew? That seems awesome. Like, yeah, I thought it was going to be a Doom drop, right? But it was just like a fake. It's a lot of Lurkers sort of spattered around this base. Be interesting to see the supply, right? Because Zerg tends to be quite a bit lower, and I would imagine that anytime supply is massive here. We haven't gotten a great shot of his army lately. Yeah. Oh man, 150 gas is so much. No wonder they need both simulators going. So the thing I'm thinking about is, okay, what does Protoss do from here? Like, he gets a Doom army, right? But is his plan to use that to take a fourth? It looks like the probe's out to get the fourth, but that fourth doesn't have gas at it, so it can't be very valuable, right? Like, you would think maybe he wants, I don't know, where does he go for a fourth, right? Is GGPlay taking the sort of 3 o'clock position? It looks like he's got something there, although I don't think we've gotten a good look at it. And the Corsair count's like really low now, so we're starting to see those overlords getting some control of the map. Observatory coming up now. A couple gates at his third. Oh man. So here we go. Zealots moving out. Man, those things move fast. I mean, no vulture, right? But these guys are walking. Friggin' floating speeder bike is barely faster than Zealots running. They must have some, like, enhancements. There is no next step. This is it. Protoss, they're just looking to fight here. I guess that makes, like, Terran versus Protoss, as soon as Terran maxes, you're kind of just looking to fight. Like, killing expansions isn't really that great. The Protoss can just make more expansions. You really need to fight, beat the army, and then you can shut down the production. Oh, good save of the High Templar there. Better to save the High Templar and use the Storm then. Yeah, it'll get energy back. So GGPlay has taken a fourth, but the fourth is also going up for any time. This, oh my goodness, yeah. I can't imagine controlling a Zerg army. How do you do it? It makes no sense to me. Day9 was talking about having to, like, select drag armies starting from the furthest army away and just, like, trying to send groups and groups and groups of lings. Like, it sounds so absurd. Okay, coming in though. Yeah, Storm's dropping all over the lings. Those, oh yeah, Archons. Look at that bloodbath. It's like a river of blood. Oh my goodness. So many lings. The Storms seem good, but those Archons got to be super soft now. Probably all gonna pop in a second here. Another Storm killing all the lurkers. So he busts. He just busts. My goodness. Even more lings. Okay. Is this it for Zerg? Like, you just build lings and hope they're good enough? But man, the Archons. The Archons are so good. That was what I found so interesting about DeepMind in StarCraft 2. How they just added small groups of Archons to the composition. It just became so good. Yo, what's up, Ben? Ben Swindon. Yeah, Brood War in 2006, man. It's awesome. It's just Archons, Storms. Oh, here we go. So this is what GGPlay's been building up to, is the Ultra Switch. Now adding a Defiler round. He's got 2 of them. Ah, that's funny. Of course the Observer points that out. Look at how bad these Brood War players are. They added 2 Defiler mounts. Oh, we're gonna see some first-person views. So this is really the dream. When we didn't have streaming back in 2007 when I was playing, and they would occasionally post first-person view or first-person VODs of the pro players watching, and it was just unbelievable. It was so fast, it was hard to follow. Like, I was trying to, like, okay, what build is he doing? And it was too hard. Back when I was, 17, I was like, these guys are too fast. I can't even understand what they're doing. It's amazing. Okay, this army's starting to look really scary from GGPlay, right? Yeah, why don't they? Like, that's such an important feature of Brood War, like showing off the player's skill, and they sort of, it feels like they kind of, you know, iron it out, and they want to show that this game is such a deep strategic thing, but at the end of the day, the game's about being ridiculously fast, and it's like, it'd be like, I don't know what. Yeah, Day9 makes the analogy of playing football without being fit. Oh, I think so. I think you're right, Ben, right? Like, just, it is totally disorientating. And I kind of like how they just kind of flavor the cast with a little bit of it. Like, maybe during some downtimes when they're just macroing, or, like, especially in a fight, it's almost impossible to follow. Like, players are jumping back between their production facilities and then jumping over to the fight, and it's like, I can't even see what's going on. And, yeah. I mean, yeah, with StarCraft 2, I think it's a lot less disorientating. Like, people can macro without having to go back to their base, like using location hotkeys. I think macro in the late game's primarily done with location hotkeys, I would imagine. I mean, I know some people do hotkey like 4 or 5 factories with hotkeys, but there we go, Dark Swarm coming down now. So what does that do against Archons? Because Archons are a ranged unit. Just stop the damage or stop the direct damage and only have the splash? I wonder how Dark Swarm affects. Yeah, only their splash. Okay, makes a lot of sense. That is so many Archons, right? Is this ridiculous? Like, this is what I imagine, like, StarCraft 2 being, right? You just make a lot of 1 unit or 2 units and go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, is his, this never happens anymore. It's just like, Lings Ultras versus Zealots, and I guess with Dark Swarm, I mean, and High Templar, there's like some variance in the unit compositions. This is great. Just 2 big armies smacking. Wait, what is this? Anytime's taking like 12 o'clock? That's hilarious. Anytime going ahead taking 12, just whatever, right? I mean, I would imagine that GGPlay has scouted this, like, although, you know, with the Corsairs running around, Overlords aren't necessarily out on the map. So I think they're showing +3 weapons, right? Like, that looks like a 3-1-2. So +2 armor, +1 shields, adding a ton of photon cannons. And look at those probes. Come on, probes, you can make it. Don't be scouted. A couple Lings could turn those probe into mincemeat, or into dust. Probes turn into like this puff of dust. Okay, another battle coming. Yeah, like, he has twice as many Archons as there are Ultralisks. Like, this gotta be great for any time, I imagine. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh yeah, GGPlay. There's the GG. Okay, so anytime going up. What an insanely epic game. That was a long one. Let's jump over to game 2 here. That was amazing. Wow. Let's make 2 control groups of Archons. They are the siege tank of PvZ. Love it. It is nice to see, like, people fight in Dark Swarm. I'm just so familiar with, Dark Swarm, run! Oh, Reavers. Yeah, that's a good point, right? Because kind of the endgame composition does add Reavers. Okay, both players looking pretty chill, right? Focused, calm. Little scowl almost, maybe. Super cool. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Game 2. What map is that? Can you read that? I got these VODs from the official OGN YouTube channel, but this is the best quality they had, and I was like, ah. Could you imagine getting like the... I guess it's before Brood War Remastered, like you'd kind of need the replays to really get the full experience. Which is what Day9 did, which blows my mind. Like watching those Let's Learn StarCraft, he has like replays from the finals. How? How did he get that? It's unbelievable. Oh, is this Arkanoid? Oh boy. PVZ with Arkanoid. On Arkanoid. So this is the Wild Island map. Archons into... Right, because a Sim City would just totally screw up Archons. They're so fat, right? I mean, they are pretty easy to micro. Like, they actually respond, unlike goons or other big units. Even tanks can be really silly. But, yeah, just a Sim City, right? Lurkers with all that splash, super safe. So what does PVZ look like on an island map? I imagine, what, Shuttle Corsair, right? Against just, it's like perpetually stuck in that one state, like the Lair Tech. Hive Tech does not, I guess, would you want... Are they Devourers? Maybe? Oh, nice. Somebody followed. Yeah, I'll be here every day. Yeah, so I did look that up. So this is Bisu's first tournament that he qualified for. So Corsair DT, like the revolution, happens a year later when Bisu beats Savior. This is 2006 and 2007. And that's when I was watching. That's when I first discovered Brood War, 2007, 2008. And this is kind of a year before I discovered Brood War. Was Jaedong really the late one to the party of greats? Like, did it go Bisu, then Flash, then Jaedong? Like, was Jaedong... Oh, 3 gases, Zerg Crush? Yeah, this map has like 3 free bases. Yeah, I'm not sure when Jaedong... Or did Jaedong and Flash come up at the same time? I know Flash was younger. That's interesting. Is it because Scourge are so gas intensive? Like, what is it? 75 gas for 2 Scourge? Doesn't that seem like a lot? I don't know. Corsair's 150 gas? How much is a Corsair? Is it 100, 150? Yeah, so just, this is what we saw from Bisu yesterday. Bisu just places down the Nexus in the wrong spot. Like, it's just, well, it's fine. But anytime going to get a quick Zealot and knock them down, and then GGPlay getting some Zerglings to take down those cocoons. So yeah, rushing up to that Spire immediately, and same thing coming out of Anytime. Corsair's on its way, Citadel of Adun. So has Anytime not build a Nexus yet? I saw the Zealot taking down some cocoons, but it looks like he's 1 base Corsair. I was so surprised to see Bisu put down that misplaced Nexus. Like, that blew my mind. I was like, really? But, hey, man. Yeah, so Flash is younger than Jaedong, and Bisu was 89, we said yesterday. But like, for some reason I remember Flash sort of coming in to prominence before Jaedong, but I do remember them both being kind of dominant. Jaedong did come up before Flash? Okay.
근데 캐논이 좀 필요할 것 같은데요. 오영준 선수.
네, 코치의 다수의 공격 병력들이 나오기 시작할
왜냐하면
거거든요.
또 스타게이트에서 추가 커세어를 생산하는
He definitely is older. I know that, but
그리고 오영종은
because I remember watching Flash cheese Bisu. That was epic. Knocking Bisu out 2-0 on those ridiculous maps. It was hilarious. Just marine all-ins, both games. It was fantastic. That was like, I think that would have, if Flash had won, that would have been a Royal Road, I think. I think that was his first time. I mean, there's a great interview translated by Jinjin interviewing Nalra, talking about Flash when he came to the Pro House. Nalra was out, and they set up some show matches because Nalra was saying that the coaches kind of want to introduce these new players and basically crush their spirits by having them lose against the team. And so they put Flash through this gauntlet, and he doesn't lose a game, doesn't lose a map, beats the entire team. And they're like, what are we supposed to do? This like 15-year-old kid just destroyed an entire pro team. So Nalra comes back and the coach is like, you need to win. And Nalra plays games, and Nalra takes one map off Flash, but still loses the series 2-1. And that was Flash's introduction to the pro team. Like, that is unbelievable. Great players are just great. Okay, so we see probes coming out. I really haven't been paying too much attention. It seems like the players are just kind of doing their thing. Corsair's getting the scouts off. We saw some Mutilisks flying across the map. Saturating those bases. There's the Scourge chasing down the Corsair. And some Lings looking to clear out some of those temples. And is he going to get this Corsair? Kind of looks like it, right? Sort of zoning the Corsair out from running home. Starting to add some cannons in the mineral lines. Makes a lot of sense to me. Safe place to run back to. And starting to get quite a large group of Mutilisks. Wow, Anytime's knocking down the temples as well. So both players wanting to open up this to ground. And in our TVP of Flash versus, or not Flash, sorry, Bisu. What was our Terran player? Oh, Good Friend. Yeah, Bisu versus Good Friend. They really didn't knock down the temples at all, and it really surprised me. Like, I would imagine the Terran player wants the walking path open, but Good Friend was kind of content to play with dropships. Was something going on in the main there? Or did I just missee it? Yeah, these Archons, good Mutalisk harassment, right? Oh, yeah, it does get both Archons. That's good. Mutalisk slightly outrange them, right? So micro perfectly, they can knock them down. It's awesome. Just killing those Zealots out on the map. These Lings continuing to clear some paths. That's a lot of photon cannons. Must be really concerned about Mutalisk diving in on them. I'll tell you this, when Zerg players aren't just running Lings into the Protoss base, these games do tend to go long. It's impressive. Oh, the Archon just can't quite. Oh, there he goes. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Getting a oh, wow. Anytime, getting some good hits on those Mutalisks. Softening them up. Has he only made one Corsair? Is this actually what's happening? Because, I mean, he's making a lot of cannons, right? So he's going to try and... Is that his game plan here? Play a ground game, open up the... Oh, man, these Mutalisks. Yeah, getting lots of damage on those Zealots. Starting to add Hydralisks. Corsair takes a hit from a Scourge. Getting out on the map a bit. Oh yeah, Anytime's on top of that. Immediately turns, hits the Mutalisks. So Anytime's on 2 base. So this seems kind of, I mean, I imagine that those bases are quite saturated, and with all that gas, it doesn't look like he has a ton of drones at the third. Okay, so has he opened up a path now? That's a lot of speedlings coming up.
저 뮤탈리스크는 템플러
Or
저격용이에요.
speedlings.
그렇기 때문에
Speed zealots. Sorry.
지금 해처리가 6개입니다.
Okay, now he's knocking down these power generators. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars. Flying in with the Mulus. Gonna try and get some damage here. Oh, we see a High Templar. Maybe could falling back to safety.
이러면서 8시 쪽에 멀티까지는 돌려야 되는데
Yeah, there are so many temples on this map. It is insane. Power generators and temples. You have to spend like minutes just to knock them down, just so you can get to your opponent.
그렇죠. 그리고 자, 추가적으로 확장까지 뭐 그냥 보험까지 가져가는 거예요.
이제 어느 정도 병력이 모으면 센터 쪽으로
Yeah,
진출을 해서
Archons,
어차피 오윤조 선수
Mutalisks,
풀어놨거든요. 김주영 선수는
Zealots.
이제는, 앞마당 멀티
I mean, we did see
여덟 쪽에 제2의 멀티까지
GGPlay starting to mass up some Hydralisk back at home. So I think he's at least preparing for the eventual ground fight. Oh, stacked buildings? Like you mean in map design, Ben? Yeah, because they started like stacking a bunch of temples, and so here they just put layers of temples. Map, yeah. Innovations in map design. And then you kind of need like a splash unit to break through the stacked buildings. I saw in the SDPL that they have a new version of this map in it. I haven't taken a deep dive into what it looks like, but that's hilarious that they brought this map back. They just want to punish Terran players, I think.
가디언을 생각했을 경우에는 좀 막기가 답답해질 수도 있거든요.
I feel like we're just watching two players knock down temples. It feels like a Dota game. People just not interacting with each other and killing creeps. Maybe a bit of Warcraft 3. Okay, here we go. We finally see some lurkers being chased down by these zealots. I wonder if he has any observers yet. I don't think I've seen the robotics facility. But those lurkers running away. Lurkers seem great on this map, right? There's just like choke point after choke point.
지금 3시 쪽에 이병력을 합류를 해야 됩니다. 김주영 선수.
Okay, and now it's Anytime's turn. Yeah, he's going to break down these temples to get at the third. We see creep colonies madly getting put up by GGPlay. So has GGPlay taken the top right? Like I see some units up there. I wonder if he's actually started a hatchery. Or is he content to be on 3 base? We saw in the last game on Tau Cross, he really is content on 3 base. Like he kept trying to take the 4th, but he lost a lot. I mean, we eventually saw him lose too, so maybe that's a problem.
근데 이제 가디언 공격이 임박을 했는데 물론 막을 수 있겠습니다. 견제는 받을 수 있죠, 충분히.
자, 김주영 선수 쪽으로 병력도 계속 추가는 되고 있어요. 오영경비요. 아직 대규모 교전은 시작되지 않았고 태클은 거의 다 탔습니다. 양 선수.
Double Evo chamber.
8시 멀티가 돌아가기 시작하면서
So definitely looking to have a big fight on the ground here.
선수가
No carapace yet. No nothing? Or that's ranged weapons. So he might have melee weapons. Double forge for any time. Looks like they're both spinning, right? Okay, I think Anytime wants something. But does he have an observer? Oh yeah, he's got observers. But can he push through that? Unlikely, right? Man. Oh, but... Oh, look at that storm. All the lings gone. And a lurker going down. So man, Anytime's having a bit of success here. But I wonder if he's... Yeah, that Archon's going to be... Oh yeah, 2 Archons. This looks great for Anytime. But trying to push into that seems like suicide, right? So is Anytime's game plan here just to deny the 4th? And just be too efficient for GGPlay? Yeah, I wonder... Oh, I see a Dark Archon. Here we go. This is fun. Andrew, this is a man after your own heart, right? You were talking about adding one Dark Archon for funsies. I love it. Yeah, small army, right? Okay, is this a drop? Are we actually going to see a drop this game? What's coming out? Yeah, okay, Ling's coming out. A Storm does... But it was interesting how he dropped that, right? He dropped it, but oh my goodness. He actually cleans it up. I thought those Lings were going to do more damage. He's got to have a hive by now, right? Yeah, cannons. Yeah, spending a lot on cannons rather than Corsairs means... Yeah, really not able to have that awesome map presence we see from the Corsairs in the first game. GGPlay is really starting to get a lot of units. I wonder if you can make something happen. It seems like fighting on this map just seems really hard. Like for both players. Both players kind of love the choke. Guardians, what? Okay. Oh man, I love this. Seriously? This has got to be so annoying. I love it. Just totally exploiting the fact that Anytime really didn't make Corsairs. Okay, what are even the abilities of a Dark Archon? I know Maelstrom, right? That's the sick ability that like basically stasis is a unit, but you can still kill it. It's like seems totally busted. I'm just gonna Google a Dark Archon here because I don't even know. I don't honestly know if I've played against a Dark Archon since my IC Cup days. Okay. Dark Archon. Yeah, mind control, right? I do remember that as a kid. Mind controlling an SCV and then feeling so smart because you can be both Protoss and Terran at the same time. Okay, some battles here. It's a lot of goons, but goons seem like an effective unit here to try and combat the lurkers, and I guess he needs them for it, but that base is gone, and now GGPlay's dropping. Oh yeah, look at Anytime. Okay, so Anytime's down to 2 bases. It's so interesting how they really don't continue expanding. Like, they sort of decide, okay, I'm going to be on 3 base. Like we saw in the first game, Anytime sort of progressively adding base, adding base, adding base. But in this game, it's really just been, I'm taking these bases, I'm going to build a big army, and we're going to fight. But, yeah. Yeah, really not going for... Oh, Maelstrom on all those Lings. Awesome. I wonder how long it lasts. Let's see. It's been a little while. It's kind of interesting how they're having several smaller fights rather than one big fight. Like this map seems more suited for that. Units can be really cost-effective in a choke. And just morphing more Archons. So, oh yeah, GGPlay. Getting those Lings around, just killing an Archon. Is he going to be able to... So I feel like this is starting to really look like GGPlay's game to lose. He's still got his 3 bases. It does look like he's taken a 4th. Yeah, they're just going to give us a shot of it now. Anytime's down to 2 bases. Is Anytime's army that great? Okay, so it does look like his upgrades are pretty sick. If I saw that correctly, I think it was 3-1-2. 3 weapons, 1 shield, 2 armor. Yeah. It's blurry and my eyes are bad. Not too sure. Yeah, no, Andrew. Dark. We already saw a Maelstrom go down. I mean, it was just on some Lings. In some, like, pimpest plays, if you remember those videos on YouTube, there's, like, the yearly highlights. We saw some amazing Dark Archon usage, just getting so many Ultralists, and then the Archons coming and just cleaning it up. Is this a massive drop? It looks massive. Does he actually have a huge army here? Man, anytime's almost mined out at this natural. Those lings are definitely going to kill all these photon cannons. Not much hope there. He is moving out though, so it looks like he will get GGPlay's 4th. But losing your natural, and I really don't see another base anywhere, right? It is hard to see orange on an orange map. Not great quality here. Maelstrom on a Doom drop. I didn't think about that. Oh my gosh. That seems amazing. That seems super amazing. Okay, so yeah, Nidus channel's already up. We got some lurkers there. Sunken colony, or Sunken's are just finishing. Storm going down. Still 2 lurkers there. Starting to add just 1 Corsair. But no, GGPlay is starting to push this back. Yeah, 2, 3 more lurkers coming out of that Nidus. Starting to hit the... Yeah. Do we see an observer? Is that the situation here? No observer, perhaps? Oh my goodness. And now the Ling's in the main. Just killing buildings. Gonna get a High Templar here. Yeah. So basically, anytime's all in on this army. Okay, yeah, we do see the observer. Oh, is it getting picked off, though? Oh, man, we saw the observer run into something, I think. That would be brutal. You wait all this time and then... Down there it is. It's okay. It's okay. Everyone. Okay, moving over to the main. I mean, this army does not look that big. And GGPlay can really reposition his army as he wants. Okay, Ling's just running in, getting some goons. Not much Zealot support. But he does have the Archon. It's going to be great. Clean up these Lings. Storm. Yeah. Oh no, the Observer. Just watch the Observer. Oh no, he doesn't get the Observer. Dark Archon does go down. We should shed a tear for the one Dark Archon. There it is. GG. Well, that's game 2. So, anytime taking the first game, GGPlay taking the second game. These games were played over 1 game each week. So let's jump over to game 3. Here we go. What map is game 3? Really saw 2 giant macro games. So we've got either Arcadia or Shin Peaks of Baekdu. Arcadia might be another macro fest, but Shin Peaks of Baekdu could definitely force these 2 players to get fighting. Get fighting. I cannot read green. I do not know what that map is. So what's been interesting? Dark Archon was interesting. I did love that. Basically we saw... Yeah, the intro. It's just like, yo, we're totally street. We're cool. Super. I mean, I thought they were cool when I was watching it. Oh, it does look like Shin Peaks of Baekdu. Okay, that's good. We might get a more exciting. Exciting is maybe the wrong word. More active. Active? Yeah, they're not going to be killing temples in this game. That's for sure. Yeah, this will be the last game today, and then tomorrow. What are we watching tomorrow? I think it's a Terran versus Protoss. I think we have, for the round of 16, we still have Midas versus someone. I think there's 2 more series I wanted to watch before we get to the round of 8. So he is going to put the pylon on the low ground. I think this natural's kind of impossible to wall. You could maybe use the Nexus to create some kind of wall, but the ramp isn't really protected. I would imagine this is going to be some kind of gateway opening. Some gateway pressure seems reasonable for me. Seems like quite a small map, short rush distance. wanna start fighting early.
더블을 생각하는
But we'll see. We'll see. Zerg. That Overlord just popped, so kind of a late pool, right?
근데 이 맵에서는 더블을 근데 이거 바로
Hmm,
더블이면은
not sure.
위험하거든요.
Because the pool would have been started before the Overlord finished with an overpool, right?
이거는 저그가
I mean, he didn't go 12 hatch.
타이밍 잡아서 몰아쳤을 때
I need a Zerg player to teach me the ways.
많거든요.
Oh, did we see a gateway? I wasn't paying attention. Oh man, what did he build over there? Oh, forge. So we, okay, this, look at this already. This looks utter madness. He's gonna try and forge expand on this map. Okay, he's not getting speed, is he? And he just started another hatchery in the main? This seems, okay, like any amount of lings are just gonna walk all over this. Am I crazy? Someone tell me I'm crazy. Really? You're gonna wall in like this? Okay, this just seems bonkers to me. Looks like he is gonna get the hatchery now. And some lings coming out. I mean, 10 cannons incoming? Yeah. Yeah. What else? I mean, he probably started the gas now, but 6 lings out. Like this, okay, second cannon, okay. I guess you could like, I don't know, permanently leave a couple probes on your ramp. That seems absurd. Or maybe just bring them out now because he doesn't have map vision. I mean, I imagine speed's pretty late here. Because he got spawning pool and then he did add... Yeah, he's just coming in without speed. He's gonna get the... Like, what are we watching here? It's just... It's like... It was like not a 9 pool, right? It was... I mean, it might have been a 9 pool after the Overlord. It's just so slow. And then he still goes in and just kills the cannon. Whatever. It's not like you can... And he had a couple probes defending. 4 probes defending, but still gets the cannon. No problem. Drone block seems a little suspect, right? I mean, okay. Maybe he was just waiting for some more lings to come to that ramp. Yeah, we do see lings on the ramp now. So just momentary drone. Are you serious, Andrew? So this is something that players actually did. I mean, it's, you know, it's the OSL. Of course it's something players did, but man, that just baffles my mind. Yeah, Hydra bust. Okay, Zerg making units early seems good. Like, just make some amount of units, move across the map, you're gonna get some damage in. Like, you're gonna get the forge, you're gonna be able to probably harass the Nexus, right? Like, will a cannon really defend that Nexus? Okay, adding more cannons. Okay, yeah. We need some more cannons because we're not feeling safe yet. But maybe this is just like the meta game on the map. It's like, okay, so Zerg are going to build Langs, and then they're going to try and Hydra bust, and it's like, okay, all you got to do as a Protoss player is not die. Because we know exactly what Zerg is going to do every game because it's so abhorrently strong. He is going up to a lair, though. So, I mean, you can... Do you need a lair for Hydra speed? Is that how it works? Yeah, look at this. So he can hit the forge. Forge is going to go down. 5 cannons up. I feel like this is like the case of someone liking a strategy and just saying, I don't care, I'm going to do this strategy. the whole map can be designed to beat my strategy, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. White knuckle it. More Hydras being added, so up to Forge does go down. So no more cannons being added for a bit. Another Forge already built. Okay, never mind. Let's get up to that 20 cannon count. We need those 20 cannons. Have we seen a Corsair yet? Spires already started? Okay. So it did start strangely, but we are kind of coming back to standard play. Which I think is exactly what Anytime wants. So I'm a little surprised that GGPlay would play this way, but he must feel comfortable enough going into a macro game and getting his third, the fourth hatch. Okay, so did we see the Forge? Well, the Forge died. He is getting +1 weapons though. A 2-gate map. Okay. Right. So Protoss players would always open 2-gate? Is that what you're saying? So everything's kind of... If that's the standard, then how does the Zerg player respond to a 2-gate? Okay. Makes a lot of sense, yeah. Yeah, I imagine Forge Expand is not something that's standard on this map. And dropping his 5th hatchery at another base, so... Yeah, moving into the macro game. The one thing I would be worried is... If this is, like... Like, Zerg's got to have a plan here. A plan to end the game. Because I imagine the longer this game goes on, the better Protoss is going to be. There's not a ton of expansions for Zerg. They're going to be able to get what expansions they can early. Oh yeah. Zealots? Oh yeah. Easily canceling that hatch, getting the drone. Transferring some drones over, and Mulus are starting to come out. Okay. This is actually reminds me of like how I imagined, or how I remembered foreigners playing PvZ. Because I always watched the pro PvZ, seeing Bisu play, right? Corsair DT. But foreigners always favored these heavy zealot styles. And man, it's working out here, right? That was a lot of Hydralisk that just went down immediately. He doesn't even have +1 weapons, but I guess that's not necessarily that relevant when we're not talking about Zealot against Ling. 3 gas for muted to be effective. Makes sense to me. Yeah, killing the drones on the, and just running in. This seems like a lot of damage from Anytime. Seems like a lot of damage. Another drone going down. Wow. He's already got another 8 zealots ready to go. Yeah, this definitely reminds... Okay, starting to add Corsairs now. Up to 3. Looks like he stopped at 3. I don't know if I saw range air weapons spinning. I guess just air weapons. All air melee weapons. That'd be hilarious. You have like these... I guess Scourge are kind of air melee, right? You have these little Scourge-like creatures that do melee attacks to air. They like latch onto wraiths, and that'd be fun. That'd be sweet. Or you have like hawks or something like battling in the air, grabbing each other. That'd be a cool unit. StarCraft 2, add it. Add it. Why not? I think that's kind of like some of the things I really miss when I watch StarCraft 2 is like Scourge. I think Scourge are so great for a game. Like they just add that excitement factor. They're interesting. They're strong. Players are having to micro against them. That's awesome. Banelings did do that for the ground, but I definitely wish that for the air. Okay, starting to get active here. I think I saw the... Yeah, he's already got observers. Okay. 3 Corsairs is not a lot, though. But quite a few lurkers, right? Quite a few lurkers. He hasn't retaken his 4th. We kind of saw this. Infested Terran is the Scourge for the ground. Yeah, there's a... Okay, what game was I watching where I saw Infested Terran? There's like a map with a neutral command center, and you can get Infested Terran. It was absolutely bonkers. Was it Soma? I was like, what is this map? And they were so good. Infested Terran are so good. It's like... Yeah. It's... What? Okay, these zealots are really, really causing havoc. I'm amazed. Like, is he just gonna win here? Like, this is amazing. He just kind of went 2 bases, you know, building a ton of cannons, and it's working. Like, why is this working? I don't understand. Where are my PvZ experts? Explain to me. He just expanded, made 3 Corsairs, lost his forge, so his +1 weapons had to have been late. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just gonna roll him. I mean, having such a short attack path is definitely... Right, yeah. Like, Hydralisks do not seem good here, right? Hydralisks against Speed Zealots, they just close the gap so much. And I mean, there are some small chokes on this map, but I think Anytime did a good job of just avoiding them, right? Avoid the small chokes, hit the natural. The third is... Right. There's nothing there other than some sunkens, no lurkers. But he loses his natural. Oh my goodness. And it looks like Anytime's already taken a third. Yeah, already taking a third. So this is bad news. Still just making zealots. High Templars. That's it. Going. Go a Dark Templar. Okay. This is a bit of a stomp, right? I mean, Anytime's a good player. Like, a really good player. And he lasted years. He was like one of those players that had like 100 or 200 Pro League wins. One of like 3 or something. Like, he wins a lot. But yeah, this game didn't really look close. I mean, Anytime sort of scaring me with the Forge expand. Like, I just thought, how do Protoss players actually hold some Speedlings or a Hydra bust? But from here, GGPlay hasn't been in the game. Oh, great storm on the ramp. Oh my goodness. So much damage. He has gotten a decent army here finally. Okay. Starting to fight back, at least gain back his natural. Building that hatchery again. Finished already. It's a lot of hatcheries. Oh, double stormed. Wasting. Smart casting. Yeah, I've definitely got duped by casting a couple EMPs at the same time and being like, ah, oh, irradiate as well. He doesn't have any upgrades. Am I seeing this correct? And Anytime has +2 weapons against no upgraded zero. Oh, look at that. The 2 armies just walking up to each other. Oh, wait. We're not supposed to be walking. We're not supposed to be close. Quick, run away. Storm. That was awesome. That was awesome. Only in Brood War do you get that. Too much going on. Man, this is a long series. An hour and 15 minutes. Yankee Doodle. You saw those 2 games so long. Insane. Starting to add Archons now. That's got to be strong. But man, those lurkers are getting a lot of splash damage on those zealots, right? Oh boy. Good positioning from GGPlay. Yeah, Anytime just seems super solid, right? Like, he took that third when things started swinging in his favor. Yeah, got the observer. So classic. It's like that's something I definitely can sympathize with Protoss players trying to keep an observer alive. I don't know what that feels like, but oh my goodness, it looks like just a nightmare. It looks like a nightmare trying to keep observers alive. I do not envy the observer. Are they 75 gas too? Like losing an observer is a pain. Yeah, I don't know what it's like, but I imagine it's awful. I don't want to experience it. It's like, what can Terran players complain about? I don't know. A mind drag into your army. Like, I mean, the other races definitely can empathize with mines, but mines against your own army is a unique frustration. I've actually just like stopped placing mines while I'm pushing. I try and place all my mines before the push along counter paths, because a mine, how many timing pushes have just abruptly stopped because of a terrible mine. A mine that just ruins my day. I mean, GGPlay is making this a game. Yeah, don't attack into lurkers. Or Reavers, right? Reavers are an answer to lurker. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, boy. Is he going to do it? Or is he just... So that was neat play from Anytime. Did you notice that? He runs down to the third. GGPlay unburrows, runs everything back there, and then Anytime gets this high ground. That was some great tactics, right? Oh man, Anytime just showing. This is what makes a good player. Understanding that your opponent has to react to you. Oh, that storm. Those Hydras just bathing in the storm for a moment. Gonna have a storm tan. Unfortunately, you may look good, but it means you're gonna die immediately. This is just great positioning. Like I was looking at these high ground areas. Oh, did the obs just die? Oh, but does he care? Well, he might. Oh no. Okay, did the obs just another one made it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I'm really liking Anytime though. Andro, yeah, Anytime looks awesome. I can get behind this guy. He seems so tactically strong. Like just understands the way his opponent's gonna have to react to his movements. That's so amazing. I remember in Control talking about sharking around the map as a Protoss player. This is StarCraft 2, but just your opponent's always having to react to your movements. You're moving, they have to go and defend this area, and then you just kind of move somewhere else, and you just kind of exploit the fact that your opponent's having to manage all of these things. And then, oh yeah, here he goes though. Getting on top of the lurkers, they are burrowing. We do see the observer looks okay. He is microing that observer, you can tell. But that's it. Is that it? Just pushing right through here? I don't know. No zealots. Oh no, zealots are over in the drone line. Never mind. There are definitely zealots there. And that's it. Oh man. I'm excited. I'm excited about Anytime. I'm excited to watch him in the round of 8. He looks great. I mean, GGPlay is a player I watched. Obviously, he goes on to much bigger and better things in 2007, 2008, but oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. Well, that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow for our... What's tomorrow? Let's check. Friday. Oh, Midas versus Jeju. I don't know who Jeju is, but I definitely know who Midas is. So I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30 PT, 3:30 my time. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day.